Hi guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Larissa L and you are watching my YouTube channel Parker Kate, where I feature lifestyle, beauty, and fashion videos. And in today's video is a really good one because I'm actually going to show you how to create a Valentine's Day look using all affordable drugstore makeup. So if you want to see how I created this look, what products I used, tips and tricks to make your red lipstick stay on all night, then please keep on watching. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going in with the new Maybelline. This is the Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. This has hyaluronic acid in it and collagen. So it's supposed to be really creamy, really radiant, and I'm in the color 35 Nude Beige, and I'm going to just apply that with a damp beauty sponge. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some on my finger and I'm just going to pounce this all over my face. I have a lot of redness right now and I'm breaking out. So hopefully this foundation doesn't break me out anywhere. Okay. So now I've dotted it all over my face. I'm going to go in and with a damp beauty sponge, I'm just going to start stippling the product in. Now this is a pretty, I'm going to say medium to full coverage foundation, which is buildable. Right now it's a little bit too sheer, so I'm going to go back in with one more pump. Obviously some of my beauty blender has sucked up the product, which is why it's not going on as probably full coverage as if I just were to apply it with my fingers. So I'm just going to apply some more onto the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to kind of dot this in the center of my face, kind of where I need some more coverage, kind of where I see some of my veins and hyperpigmentation sticking out. Ooh, peeking through. Okay, next for concealer, I'm going to go in with, again, another Maybelline product. This is the SuperStay concealers. I have the color 15 Light and 18 Light Medium, and I'm going to mix these two together. I'm going to be using the Light Medium. It's got a little bit of pink in it to kind of color correct, and then I'm going to add in the light just to kind of highlight under my eyes. And then anywhere I have like little spots or, you know, friends, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to conceal them with the skin tone one, which was the 18 Light Medium. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the darker one and I'm just going to start by applying that to my under eye area. And then I'm also going to apply this onto my eyelids as a base. I'm going to go in with the light one. And we're just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to apply it kind of more in towards the center of my face where I want to highlight. So to blend that all together, again, I'm going back in with the same damp beauty sponge, and I'm just going to start stippling the product in my face. So to go in and set my base, I'm going to go in with another Maybelline product. This is the Fit Me Loose Powder. Now if you don't want the colored one, you can also get it in a translucent powder, which is really nice. This stuff is awesome, especially if you want a good drugstore dupe for the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Now it's not exactly as fine milled as that, obviously, because it is drugstore, but this is pretty good and you get a lot of product in it for the amount of money that you spend on it. So I'm just going to start by pressing this on the under eye area. And then I'm just going to concentrate whatever is left over on the center of my face and anywhere that I want a little bit more coverage. And then I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush and just kind of disperse a lighter layer on the rest of my face. Now guys, I know I said I'm going to be just using drugstore products in this video, but I don't have any drugstore brow products. Unfortunately, all I have in my collection is my Urban Decay Brow Endowed. I have my IT Cosmetics brush and I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. Now if you guys have any good suggestions for some drugstore eyebrow products that I can try out, let me know by leaving them in the comments below. For the sake of this video, we're just going to pretend that the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade is like the L'Oreal one that my mom uses. Okay, next up for contour, I'm going to go in with the bronzer by Maybelline. This is the City Bronzer, Bronze and Contour in the number 200. And I'm just going to use, this is a Sephora powder brush, but I use it for contouring because I love it. Now usually I use my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula, but I kind of can't find it anywhere, but that is definitely my favorite drugstore bronzer. So we're gonna take this guy here and apply that. And first we're gonna start with the cheekbones. So I'm just gonna slightly stamp it out and then lightly kind of run it. And then I'm gonna blend that in. Okay guys, so now that the base is done, and like I said in my intro, this is going to be all about the lips, so we're going to keep the eyes pretty simple, which is why I went really thick on my eyebrows today, and I'm not going to be doing any blush. Now if you use a contour color that's definitely more on the cool tone side and you find that the color of your lip is washing you out, what you actually can do is go back in with an actual bronzer. I used an actual bronzer today. I didn't use a sculpting color because this is already quite warm. So if you went in with a cool tone color, you can actually go in with the bronzer and just lightly kind of apply it to a 3 on your face just to kind of give it a little bit more balance between like a bright lip and a darker kind of warm and a warmer cheekbone area. So moving on to eyes, I'm going to go in with this really pretty palette. This is the Nudes of New York eyeshadow palette. It's one of their new releases. So in here, this palette contains a whole bunch of shimmers and mattes. So for this look, I want the eyes to be kind of really bronzy and dark. So I'm going to start off with this color Explore, and I'm just going to go in with this brush, knock off some excess because these colors are really pigmented. And I'm just going to start by laying this color into my crease. And then I'm actually going to bring a little bit down over the rest of my eyelid just as a nice little base. I'm going in with a wider brush. This is the JH31, and I'm just going to kind of just use this one as my blending brush just to go in and make sure we smooth out any harsh lines. So I'm just going to get that color really nice and diffused. And then to warm it up, I'm going to take this color right here. This is called Believer, and I'm just going to kind of use my finger like that, and I'm just going to apply this over the mobile eyelid. Going back in with this blending brush, I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines and kind of marry those two colors together on my eyelid. So just off camera quickly, I just did this eye. So basically what I did is I went in with an angled eyeliner brush and I mixed the two colors. This is called Voyager and Globetrotter. And I'm mixing them together, and I'm just going to apply them to the upper lash line, and then I'm going to apply them to the lower lash line as well, and then smudge it out and then apply some mascara, and then that's it for eyes, guys. Like I said before, this eye look is really simple. You can also use a pencil if it's easier. I'm just going to use powder today. So just kind of start off in the center of the lid. I'm looking down into my mirror here in case anyone's wondering. Then when I get to the end, I just wing it up just a little bit, but I just do tiny flicks. And I just try to get it as even as I can with the other side. Now if you need more product, you can always go back in because it has a lot of fallout to it. I just dab some on the back of my hand just to kind of get any excess off, so that way the fallout doesn't fall all over my face like it did right here, but we'll clean that up in a second. So you just gradually build up the intensity and then run it to the lower lash line and then connect it up with the wing. I'm going to take a little smudger brush. This is a tapered blending brush from Nude by Nature. And I'm just going to run that all along the lower lash line just to diffuse out the color. So now I'm going to go in with my mascara, and for that I'm using a classic, obviously. This is the Waterproof Luminous Mascara by L'Oreal. Now we're going to go on to highlighter. For that, I'm using another Maybelline product. This is the Molten Gold Highlighter, and I'm going to go in with a M501 brush. This is from Morphe. What I'm going to do is knock off some excess, and I'm just going to be applying this to the top of my cheekbones. Then I'm also going to take this highlighter with my finger. I know, I said I was done with the eyes, but guys, you know how much I love to keep adding to eyes. So I'm actually just going to apply this into the inner corner of my eyes. And then a little bit under the center of my brow bone on the highest part. And I'm just diffusing that with my finger. I'm not applying any to the eyelid because, like I said, I wanted to keep it pretty neutral. Now this is a little bit too much highlighter for you. What you can also do is go and diffuse it a bit by just taking your damp beauty blender and popping it on top, or you can use just a little bit of light powder on a fluffy brush. So I'm going to just go ahead and use this powder brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to go over any areas that I feel like I need to tone down just a little bit. Now let's move on to the lips. So first I'm going to go in with lip liner, and for that I have the L'Oreal. This is the Matte in Manhattan 100 Red Lip Liner. This is more of an orange red, but we're going to work with it today. So once you've applied that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to apply the first layer of your lipstick or lip gloss or liquid lip, whatever it is you're choosing. I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal Paris one, and this is in the color 442 I Don't. So this is definitely more of a moussey texture. Now once that's done, you can leave it like this and have a great time, or you can do this next trick that I'm going to show you. All you need is a Kleenex or a toilet paper sheet and some translucent powder or powder. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your tissue or your toilet paper, and if it's 2-ply, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it apart. What you're going to do is you're going to place this little tissue over your lips, and then you're going to take your powder brush and you're going to dip it into your translucent or loose powder, and you're going to apply it on top. I'm going to show you what I mean. And what this trick is going to do is it's going to make your lipstick last all night long. So I'm just going to start by applying this over my lips. Woo! Like this. And I'm going to dip this in here like this, little tractor. Knock off any excess, and then you're going to lightly hold it to your lips, and this is going to act like a filter. And you're going to and then just like that, you've basically just let your liquid. Alright guys, sorry my camera shut off as soon as I was done applying my liquid lipstick and I showed you the trick. So while my camera was cooling down, I actually went in and I applied a little bit of liquid eyeliner and some false lashes. These are the Demi Wispies by Ardell. And the reason why I ended up adding some lashes is because even though the eye is so simple, I felt like it just needed to balance out the lips. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed today's video using all affordable drugstore products for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, whatever you guys are into. So if you have any requests for any future videos that you guys want to see, any kind of different tricks and tips that you want to know, let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.